Welcome friends. So today we will be seeing one of the passage from academic Cambridge 19 test 3 reading passage 3. Okay, so this is the academic Cambridge 19 reading passage 3. You should spend about 20 minutes on question 27 to 40 which are based on reading passage 3 below. So this is the title of the passage, is the era of artificial speech translation upon us. This is the subtitle. Once the stuff of science fiction technology that enables people to talk using different languages is now here. But how effective is it? Okay, as we are seeing, so we will quickly numberize our paragraphs. Okay, this will be the first. This will be the second, this will be the third, this will be the fourth paragraph. This will be the fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth and 9. So in total we have 9 paragraphs. Okay, and from the title of the passage we can assume that there must be something regarding artificial speech translation. Okay, so now let's quickly mark our keywords and let's see our types of question. So our first type of question is MCQs. So test 3 questions 27 to 30. Choose the correct letter A, B, C and D. Write the correct letter in the boxes 27 to 30 on your answer sheet. 27. What does the reader learn about the conversation in the first paragraph? So here they are directly asking from the first paragraph. A. The speakers are communicating in different languages. B. Neither of the speakers is familiar with their environment. C. The topic of the conversation is difficult for both speakers. D. Aspects of the conversation are challenging for both speakers. Okay. 28 number. What assists or helps? What assists the electronic translator during lectures at Culture Institute of Technology? So these are our keywords. A. The repeated content of the lecture. The students' reading skills. The language is used. D. The lecture's technical ability. Next question, 29 number. When referring to the Hitchcock Guide to the Galaxy, this is our keyword, the writer suggests that A. The Babel fish was considered undesirable at the time. B. This book was not seriously intending to predict the future. C. Artificial speech translation was not a surprising development. Okay, was not a surprising development. D. Some speech translation techniques are better than others. Next question, 30. What does the writer say about sharing earpieces? A. It is something people will get used to doing. B. The reluctance to do this is understandable. C. The equipment will be unnecessary. The equipment will be unnecessary in future. Unnecessary means of no use in future. D. It is something few people need to worry about. Okay, and our next question type is questions 31 to 34. Complete each sentence with the correct ending A to F below. Write the correct letter A to F in the boxes 31 to 34 on your answer sheet. 31 number. Speech translation methods are developing fast in Japan. So we have to look our answers from these options. Okay. After reading the paragraph, we will find our answers from these options. 32 number. TV interviews that use translation voice over methods are successful. 33. Future translation system should address people appropriately. 34. Users may be able to maintain their local customs. Okay, and let's see the options. A. But there are concerns about this. B. As systems do not need to conform to standard practices. As systems do not need to conform to standard practices. C. But they are far perfect. But they are far from perfect. D. Despite the noise issues. E. Because translation is immediate. Immediate means spontaneous. F. And have an awareness of good manners. And have an awareness of good manners. Let's see our last question type. Our last question type is true, false, not given. Questions 35 to 40. Do the following statement agrees with the views of the writer in reading passage 3? In the boxes 35 to 40 on your answer sheet, write yes if the statement agrees with the view of the writer, no if the statement contradicts the views of the writer, not given if it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. Okay, let's quickly mark our keywords. 35 number. Language translation systems. This is our keyword. Language translation system will be seen as very useful throughout the academic and professional worlds. 36. The overall value of automated translation to the family life is yet to be shown. 37. Automated translation could make life more difficult for immigrant families. 38. Visual aspects of language translations are being considered by scientists. 39. International scientists have found English easier to translate into other languages than Latin. And our last question is 40. As far as language is concerned, there is a difference between people's social and practical needs. Concern. Okay, so these are our keywords. So we have marked our keywords. Now we will quickly read our paragraphs. So let's quickly read our first paragraph. So let's read our first paragraph. Noise. Alex Webber tells me is one of the major challenges that artificial speech translation has to meet. Noise. This is a challenge. Noise is a challenge that artificial speech translation has to meet. A device may be able to recognize speech in a laboratory or a meeting room, but will struggle to cope with the kind of background noise I can hear in my office surrounding. Professor Webel as he speaks to me from Kyoto station in Japan. Okay, so what they are saying here, they are saying that noise is the major challenge. Noise is the major challenge that artificial speech translation has to meet. A device may be able to recognize speech in a laboratory or a meeting room, but will struggle to cope. Will struggle to manage with the kind of background noise I can hear in my office surrounding Professor Webel as he speaks to me from Kyoto station in Japan. Okay, I am struggling to follow him. In English on a scratchy line that reminds me we are nearly 10,000 kilometers apart. And that distance is still an obstacle to communication, even if you are speaking the same language as we are. We haven't reached the future yet. If we had, Webel would have been able to speak more comfortably in his native German, and I would have been able to hear his words in English. Okay, so in this paragraph, what we have seen that noise is the major challenges, and a device may be able to recognize speech in the laboratory meeting room, but will struggle to cope up with the background noise I can hear in my office surrounding Professor Webel as he speaks to me from Kyoto station in Japan. I am struggling to follow him in English on a scratchy line that reminds me that we are nearly 10,000 kilometers apart, and that distance is still an obstacle to communication, even if you are speaking the same language as we are. We haven't reached the future yet. If we had, Webel would have been able to speak more comfortably in his native German, and I would have been able to hear his words in English. So in this paragraph, we are getting our keywords. Okay, so let's see our questions. So here they are directly asking for the first paragraph. Okay, let's see. What does the reader learn about the conversation in the first paragraph? A. The speakers are communicating in different languages. B. Neither of the speakers is familiar with their environment. C. The topic of the conversation is difficult to both the speakers. So this type of thing we have not seen. Aspects of the conversation are challenging for both the speakers. Okay. So let's see. So we have not seen anything regarding communicating in different languages. We have not seen the familiar environment, okay, in this paragraph. So we will cancel out both the options. We have not seen anything regarding they are communicating in different languages, okay, and we have not seen that speaker is familiar with their environment. This thing also we have not seen, and this also only D is remaining. Aspects of the conversation are challenging for both the speakers. Yes, we have seen this line. Here what they are saying, I am struggling to follow him in English on a scratchy line that reminds me we are nearly 10,000 kilometers apart, and that distance is still an obstacle to communication, even if you are speaking the same language as we are speaking the same language. Both are speaking the same language, okay. So we are getting our answer from here to here. We are getting our answer, okay. From a device may be able to recognize speech in the laboratory or a meeting room, but will struggle to cope up with the kind of background noise I can hear in my office surrounding Professor Weber, as he speaks for me from Kyoto in Japan, I'm struggling to follow him in English on a scratchy line that reminds me we are nearly 10,000 kilometers apart, and that distance still an obstacle to communication, even if you are speaking the same language as we are. Okay, so both are speaking the same languages. And here what they are saying, the speakers are communicating different languages. Okay, so that's why we have cancel out this option, and we have not seen anything regarding that they are that neither of the speaker is familiar with their environment. So that's why we have cancelled out this option. And the topic of conversation is difficult. This entire line is not present in the first paragraph, so that's why we have cancelled out this also. And aspects of the conversation are challenging for both the speakers. Yes, this thing we have seen. Okay, both are struggling. Okay, I am struggling to follow him in an English line on scratchy line that remind me we are nearly 10,000 kilometers apart. Okay, so from these lines to these lines we are getting our first answer. I hope you understood this. Let's see our another question. What assist means helps. What helps the electronic translator during lectures at Karlsruhe Institute of Technology? So we are not getting our keyword, so we will move forward. So speech translation methods are developing fast in Japan. This type of thing also we have not seen till now. And our another question type. Language translation system will be seen as very useful throughout the academic and professional worlds. So this thing also we have not seen till now. So we will move forward towards our second paragraph. At Karlsruhe Institute of Technology. Okay, so we are getting our another keyword. Where he is a professor of computer science, Weber and his colleagues already give lectures in German that their students can follow in English via an electronic translator. The system generates text that students can read on their laptops or phones. So the process is somewhat similar to subtitling. It helps that lecturers speak clearly. Speaks clearly, don't have to compete with the background chatter. Chatter means they are talking about background noise. Background chatter, and say much the same thing each year. So in this paragraph what they are saying? They are saying that at Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, where he is a professor of computer science, Weber and his colleague already give lectures in German that the student can follow in English. Okay, via an electronic translator. Let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So our another question. So we have done with 27. So 28 number. What asks the electronic translator during lectures at Karlsruhe Institute of Technology? The repeated content of lecture, the student reading skills, the language used, the lecture's technical ability. They are talking about the repeated content of lectures. Okay. Why we have selected this option and we have cancelled out this? Because the student reading skill, this type of thing we have not seen. The language used we have not seen. The lecture's technical ability, this also we have not seen. But we have seen this repeated content of lectures. From where we are getting our answer? From here we are getting our answer. At Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, where he is a professor of computer science, Weber and his colleague already give lectures in German that the student can follow in English via an electronic translator. Okay, so from here to here we are getting our answer. Already give lectures in German. Okay, already means lectures are already prepared. Okay, but only thing is they are repeating that lectures. Okay, so the same thing, the repeated content of lecture. Okay, so that's why we have ticked this option, A option, the repeated content of lecture. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let's move forward. When referring to the Hitchcock guide to the galaxy, the writer suggests, so we have to look for this keyword, and in this paragraph we have not seen anything regarding this. And in another question, so here they are directly asking speech translation methods. Okay, so we are not getting anything regarding this, and language translation system also we are not getting anything. in this paragraph. So we will move forward towards our third paragraph. Third paragraph, the idea of artificial speech translation. Okay, so this is our keyword, artificial speech translation. The idea of artificial speech translation has been around for a long time. Douglas Adams' science fiction novel, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, okay, so this is also our keyword, published in 1979, featured a life form called the Babel fish, which, when placed in ear, enabled a listener to understand any language in the universe. It came to represent one of those devices that technology enthusiasts dream of long before they become practically realizable, like TVs flat enough to hang on walls, objects that we once would only dream of having but that are now commonplace. Now devices that look like prototype Babel fish have started to appear, riding a wave of advances in artificial translation and voice recognition. Okay, so many things we are getting from this paragraph. We are getting so many things. Okay, so let's see our question type. (29) number, we have done with 28. 29. When referring to the Hitchhiker's Guide of the Galaxy, the writer suggests that the Babel fish was considered undesirable at the time. B option, this book was not seriously intending to predict the future. So this thing we have not seen, that not intending the future. C, artificial speech translation was not a surprising development. Yes, this surprising development we have seen. Some speech translation techniques are better than others. So this thing also we have not seen. And the Babel fish was considered undesirable at the time. So this thing also we have not seen. Okay, what we have seen? We have seen artificial speech translation was not a surprising development. Yes, this thing we have seen. Okay, so from here we are getting our answer. It came to represent one of those devices that technology enthusiasts dream of long before they become practically realizable, like TVs flat enough to hang on walls, objects that we once would only dream of having, but they are now commonplace. Commonplace means they are now not surprising. Okay, that it is common. Commonplace means it is now common. It is common. Okay, I hope you understood this. It came to represent one of those devices that technology enthusiasts dream of long before they become practically realizable, like TVs flat enough to hang on walls, object that we once would only dream of having, but they are now common. That is not a surprise now. Okay, so the same thing only they are asking in this question. When referring to the Hitchhiker's Guide of the Galaxy, the writer suggests that artificial speech translation was not a surprising development. Yes. Okay, so from here to here we are getting our answer. Okay, from here to here. I hope you understood this. Let's move forward. So we have done with 29. 30 number. What does the writer say about sharing ear pieces? So we have not seen anything regarding this. Let's see. Speech translation method are developing fast in Japan. This type of thing also we have not seen. And language translation system will be seen as very useful. So this thing also we have not seen. So we will directly move forward with our fourth paragraph. Okay. At this stage, however, they seem to be regarded as eye-catching novelties rather than steps towards what Weber calls making a language transparent society. They tend to be domestic devices or applications suitable for hotel check-ins, For example, providing a practical alternative to speaking travelers English. Speaking travelers English. The efficiency of the translator is less important than the social function. The efficiency of the translator is less important than the social function. However, professionals are less inclined to be patient in a conversation. Founder and CEO at Waverly Labs, Andrew Okia, observes. To redress this, Waverly is now preparing a new model for professional application which entails performance improvements in speech recognition, translation accuracy, and the time it takes to deliver the translated speech. So, in this paragraph, they are saying so many things. So in this paragraph we are not getting any our keyword. Okay. So we are not getting our any keyword from this paragraph. Here they are talking about the sharing species. Here they are talking about the language translation system. And here they are talking about the speech translation method. Okay. So we are not getting any answer from this paragraph. So we will move forward towards our another paragraph, that is 5th paragraph. Okay, so now let's quickly read it. For a conversation, both speakers need to have devices called pilots, translator earpieces. So this is our keyword, earpieces, in their ears. For conversation, both speakers need to have devices called pilots in their ears. We find that there is a barrier with sharing one of the earphones with the stranger, says Okoa. That can't have been totally unexpected. The problem would have solved if earpiece translators become sufficiently prevalent. The stranger would be likely to already have their own in their ears. Whether that happens and how quickly will probably depend not so much on the earpieces themselves, but on the prevalence of voice control devices and artificial translation in general. Okay, so what they are saying here, they are saying that earpieces, they are talking about the earpieces, and they are saying that there is a barrier with sharing one of the earphones with the stranger, and that can't have been totally unexpected. Okay, and the problem would have solved if earpieces translator becomes sufficiently available that strangers would be likely to already have their own in their ears. Okay, so now let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So what does the writer say about sharing earpieces? So options are, it is something people will get used to doing. So this thing we have not seen, it is something people will get used to doing. B, the reluctance to do this is understandable. The equipment will be unnecessary in the future. This thing we have not seen. It is something few people need to worry about. This thing also we have not seen, but we have seen this reluctance. Okay, here they are talking about the barrier. Reluctance means they are talking about the barrier, and we have seen barrier word here. Okay, so what they are saying, what does the writer say about sharing earpieces? B, our option will be B. The reluctance to do this is understandable. Reluctance means they are talking about the what do you mean by reluctance? Reluctance means unwillingness or disinclination to do something. Reluctance means unwillingness or disinclination to do something. Okay, so our answer we are getting from here. Okay, so we are getting our answer from here. These inverted commas line, these are important. Okay, we find that there is a barrier. With sharing one of the earphones with a stranger, says Okoa. That can't have been totally unexpected. That can't have been totally unexpected. Okay, so from these lines, from here to here, we are getting our answer. Okay, from here to here. I hope you understood this. The reluctance to do this is understandable. The reluctance to do this is understandable. Okay, so we have done with our 30 number of question also. And our another keyword is speech translation method. So we are not getting anything regarding this in this paragraph. So we will move forward towards our 6th paragraph. Weber highlight the significance. Significance means importance. Weber highlights the significance of certain Asian nations, noting that voice translation has really taken off in countries such as Japan. So our keyword has come, Japan, with a range of systems. There is still a long way to go. Though. A translation system. So this is also our keyword. A translation system need to be simultaneous. Simultaneous means continuous. A translation system need to be continuous, like the translator's voice speaking over the foreign politician being interviewed on a TV rather than in section that oblige speakers to pause after every few remarks and wait for the translation to be delivered. If needs to work offline for situations where internet access is not possible, and to address apprehensions about the amount of private speech data accumulating in the cloud having been sent to servers for processing. Okay, so in this paragraph we are getting our keyword. Okay, let's see our questions. So we have completed our MCQS. Okay, and our first question, incorrect ending is speech translation methods are developing fast in Japan. So we have seen this keyword Japan. Okay, here. Weber highlights the significance of certain Asian nations, noting that voice translation has really taken off in countries such as Japan with a range of systems. So taken off means development fast. Okay, so what they are saying, noting that voice translation has been developing very fast in the countries such as Japan with a range of systems. Okay, I hope you understood this. So we are getting our answer from these lines. We are getting our answers. Okay, there is still a long way to go though. There is still a long way to go though. So our first So what they are asking in the question, speech translation methods are developing fast in Japan. Let's see the options. But there are concern about this. No, we have not seen anything regarding this. As systems do not need to conform to standard practices. We have not seen this also. See, but they are far from perfect. Yes, this thing we have seen. Okay, still a long way means far from perfect. Okay, far from perfect means still a long way to go. Okay, we have seen these lines. We have seen these lines here. There is still a long way to go though. I hope you understood this. There is still a long way to go though. They are talking about the Japan. So we are getting our answer. So we will write C in front of 31 in our answer sheet. Speech translation method are developing fast in Japan, but they are far from perfect. They are far from perfect means still a long way to go. We have seen the same line here. There is still a long way to go though. I hope you understood this. Let's move forward. We have seen this TV keyword. Okay, we have seen this. Let's read. TV interviews that use translation voiceover methods are successful. So here we have seen this keyword TV. Okay, let's read again. A translation system need to be simultaneous. Simultaneous means continuous. A translation system need to be continuous, like the translator's voice speaking over the foreign politician being interviewed on the TV, rather than in the section that obliges speakers to pause after every few remarks and wait for the translation to be delivered. So what they are saying? They are saying it should be spontaneous. TV interviews that use translation and voiceover methods are successful, but there are concerns about this. No, we have not seen anything. A system do not need to conform to standard practices. This also we have not seen. Despite the noise issues, we have not seen this also, because the translation is immediate. This thing we have seen, immediate. Immediate means spontaneous. Immediate means spontaneous. Okay. So we will write E in front of 32 in our answer sheet. I hope you understood this. I hope you understood this. TV interviews that use translation voiceover method are successful because translation is immediate. Translation is immediate. So the same thing is here, is given here. A translation system need to be simultaneous, like the translator's voice speaking over the foreign politician being interviewed on the TV. Okay, so we are getting our answer from here. Needs to be simultaneous, needs to be continuous. Okay, so we are getting our answer from here to here. We are getting our answer. We are getting our another answer from here. I hope you understood this. I hope you understood this. Okay, so let's move forward towards our next question. Future translation system. Future translation system should address people appropriately. So we have not seen anything regarding future translation systems. Okay, this system we have not seen. So now let's quickly move towards our another paragraph, and in another here in this type of question, yes no not given, we are getting our answer. So let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. 35 number, language translation system will be seen as very useful throughout the academic and professional worlds. So we have not seen anything regarding academics and professional worlds. Okay, so we will move forward towards our 7th paragraph. Systems not only need to cope means need to manage, need to cope with physical challenges such as noise. They will also need to be socially aware by addressing people in a right way. Okay, by addressing people in a good way, in a right way. Some cultural traditions demand solemn respect for academic status, for example, and it is only polite to respect this. Adequate sensitive artificial translator could relieve people of the need to know these differing cultural norms. At the same time, they might help to preserve local customs, slowing the speed of habits associated with international English, such as its readiness to get on first name terms. So we are getting our keyword here. Okay, we are getting our keyword here. So let's see. So in our complete the sentence with the ending, we have seen future translation system should address people. We have seen this address people appropriately. We have seen this. We have seen this here, addressing people. Okay, this is our keyword, addressing people, and here our keyword is address people. I hope you understood this. Okay, here addressing people is given and here address people is given. Okay, so let's read it again. So from here, okay, we will read it from here. System not only need to cope with the physical challenges such as noise, they will also need to be socially aware by addressing people in a right way. In a right way means in a good way. In a right way means in a good way. Let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So our first option is, but there are concern about this. So we have not seen anything regarding this. A system do not need to confirm standard practices. This also we have not seen. Despite the noise issue, this also we have not seen. And have an awareness of good manners. Yes, awareness of good manners means right way. They are talking about right way. So we will write F in front of 33 in our answer sheet. I hope you understood this. I hope you understood this. Okay, we are getting our answer from here. And future translation system should address people appropriately because future translation system should address people appropriately and have an awareness of good manners So we are getting our answer from here. Okay, they will also need to be socially aware. This is also our keyword. Okay, awareness. Okay, here they have given awareness, here they have given aware. Socially aware by addressing people in a right way. In a right way means in a good way, in a good manner, in a good behavior. Okay, I hope you understood it. So let's see our another question. 34 number. Users may be able to maintain local custom. This local custom we have seen. Local custom keyword we have seen in the same paragraph only we have seen. In the same paragraph only we have seen adequate sensitive artificial translator would relieve people of the need to know these differing cultural norms. At the same time they might have to preserve local customs. Okay, so this is our keyword, local customs. Okay, we have seen this. So let's read it completely. At the same time they might help to preserve local customs, slowing the spread of habits associated with international English, such as its readiness to get on first name terms. So let's see whether we are getting our answer. So at the same time they might help to preserve local customs, slowing the spread of habits associated with international English, such as its readiness to get on first name terms. And here what they are saying, users may be able to maintain their local custom, but there are concerns about this. We have not seen anything regarding this. And as system do not need to conform to standard practices, do not need to conform. And our last option is, despite the noise issues, this thing we have not seen. Okay, and only the remaining option is, as system do not need to conform the standard practices. So in passage what they are saying at the same time they might have to preserve means maintain local customs, slowing the spread of habits associated with international English, such as readiness to get on first name terms. So this will be our answer. So we will write B in front of 34 in our answer sheet. I hope you understood this from where we are getting our answer. We are getting our answer from here. Okay, slowing the spread of habits. Okay, so here they are talking about standard practices. Okay, at the same time they might have to maintain local practices, slowing the spread of habits associated with international English, such as its readiness to get on first name terms. So we are getting our answer from here to here. We are getting our answer. Okay, and that's why we have written B in front of 34 in our answer sheet. Okay, users may be able to maintain their local customs as system do not need to conform to standard practices. Okay, here they are talking about spread of habits, slowing the spread of habit. Okay, I hope you understood this. So let's see whether we are getting our another keyword or not. So here they are asking for language translation system. Okay, so we had completed MCQs. We had completed our complete each sentence with the correct ending. We have completed this. Only the remaining is yes, no, not given or remaining. So now let's quickly move forward towards our 8th number of paragraph and let's find our answers. So let's quickly read it. Professors and other professionals. So here they are talking about professors and other professionals, means here we are getting our another keyword. Professors and other professionals will not outsource language awareness to software. This is also our keyword, software, though. So what they are saying, professor and other professional will not outsource language awareness to software, though if the technology matures into seamless, ubiquitous artificial speech translation, it will actually add value to language skills. Whether it will help people conduct their family lives, people conduct their family lives or relationships. It will help people conduct their family lives or relationships is open to question. Though one noteworthy possibility is that it would overcome the language barriers that often arise between generations after migration, leaving children and their grandparents without a shared language. Okay, so we are getting so many things. So let's see our first question. Language translation system will be seen as very useful throughout the academic and professional worlds. So here what they are saying, and in paragraph they are mentioning professors and other professionals. Professor means they are talking about the academic. Okay, academic. Professors and other professionals will not outsource language awareness to software, though. Okay, and in question they are asking, language translation system will be seen as very useful throughout the academic and professional worlds. Academic means they are talking about the professors. Okay, so both the statement and the view of the writer, both are contradicting with each other. Okay, here what they are saying, professor and other professional will not outsource language awareness to software, though. Okay, and in question what they are saying, language translation system will be seen as very useful throughout the academic and professional worlds. So both the statements are contradicting with each other, so we will write no in front of 35 in our answer sheet. Okay, both the statements are contradicting. Okay, here they are saying will not outsource language awareness to software though, and here what they are saying will be seen as very useful. So both the statements are contradicting, so that's why we have written no here. Okay, let's see our another question. The overall value of automated translation to family life is yet to be shown. Is yet to be shown means is yet to be discovered. Okay, so is yet to be shown. So we have seen this thing also in the same passage. So our keyword is family life. We have seen this family life here. Okay, this is our keyword, family lives. Whether it will help people conduct their family lives or relationship is open to question. Okay, same thing they are saying here. Okay, so this statement, the statement of the question and the view of the writer is they are agreeing with each other. They are agreeing with each other. So that's why we will write yes in front of 36 in our answer sheet. We will write yes in front of 36 in our answer sheet. Both the statements are agreeing with each other. The overall value of automated translation to family life is yet to be shown. Is yet to be shown means is open to question. It will help people conduct their family life or relationship is open to question. Okay, is open to question. So this line is important. This line is important. Is open to question. So both the statement are agreeing with each other. Okay, so that's why we will write yes in front of 36 in our answer sheet. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let's move forward towards our another question, 37 number. Automated translation would make life more difficult for immigrant families. This thing we have seen, immigrant families. We have seen this keyword also in the same paragraph only. We have seen immigration families. So, though one noteworthy possibility is that it would overcome the language barriers that often arise between generations after migration, leaving their children and their grandparents without a shared language. So, we are getting our answer. From here. Automated translation would make life more difficult for immigrant families, and in question they are asking that life will become more difficult, and in passage what they are saying it would overcome the language barriers. So both the statements are contradicting. Okay, here what they are asking automated translation would make life more difficult for immigrant families. So this is contradicting. This statement is contradicting with this line. Though one noteworthy possibility is that it would overcome the language barriers. Okay, in statement, this is the writer view. Okay, overcome the language barriers. Overcome the language barriers means it will be easy. It will not be difficult. And in question what they are asking life is more difficult for my immigrant families. So that's why both the statements are contradicting with each other, and we will write no in front of 37 in our answer sheet. Okay, I hope you understood this. Both these in question they are asking life would make life more difficult for immigrant families. Automated translation would make life more difficult for immigrant families, but here in passage what they are saying noteworthy possibility that it would overcome the language barriers. Okay, so that's why this line is very important. We are getting our answer from this line. Okay, so that's why we will write no in front of 37 in our answer sheet. Both the statements are contradicting with each other. Okay, let's move forward. Our another keyword is visual aspect, international scientists, and difference between people's social and practical needs. Okay, so now let's move forward towards our last paragraph. Whatever uses it is put to, though it will never be as good as the real thing. Even if voice morphing technology stimulate the speaker's voice, their lip movement won't match, and they will look like they are in a dubbed movie. The contrast will underline the value of shared languages and the value of learning them. Sharing a language can promote a sense of belonging and community. As with the international scientists, this is our keyword, international scientists, who use English as a lingua franca. What do you mean lingua franca? Lingua franca means a language that is adopted as a common language between speakers whose native languages are different. Okay? I hope you understand the meaning of lingua franca. Where their predecessors used Latin, though the practical need, this is also our keyword, practical need, though the practical need for a common language will diminish, the social value of sharing one will persist, and software will never be a substitute for the subtle but vital understanding that comes with knowledge of a language. Okay, so we have seen so many things in this paragraph. Let's see whether we are getting our answer or not. So let's see, visual aspect of language translation are being considered by scientists. So visual aspects, this visual aspect is not given. This visual aspect is not given. Okay. In the entire paragraph, we have not seen anything regarding like this. Visual aspect of language translation are being considered by scientists. So, we have not seen anything regarding like this. Okay, so we will write not given in front of 38 in our answer sheet. Okay, why we are writing not given? Because this entire line is not present in this paragraph. Okay, this entire line, this entire 38 number, this entire line is not present in this paragraph. Okay, and this is the last paragraph. Let's move forward. 39 number. International scientists have found English easier to translate into other languages than Latin. So we have seen these international scientists, we have seen this Latin, but we have not seen that they are saying that English is easier to translate into the other languages than Latin. Okay. What they are saying here, they are saying sharing a language can promote a sense of belonging and community, as with the international scientists who use English as a lingua franca, where their predecessors use Latin. Okay, and this thing is not present in the paragraph. International scientists have found English easier to translate into other languages than Latin. Okay, so this is also not given. This is also not present in the paragraph. Okay, and this is the last paragraph. No other paragraph is remaining. Okay, so we will write not given in front of 39. Okay, only we have found our keyword such as international scientists and Latin, but this entire line is not present. This entire line is not present in this paragraph. Okay, so that's why we have written not given in front of 39. Only last question is remaining. As far as language is concerned, there is a difference between people's social and practical needs. So this is keyword, we have seen this. Okay, so we have seen this keyword here. Okay, though the practical needs for a common language will diminish, the social value of sharing one will persist. Okay, so we are getting our answer from here. So both the statements are agreeing with each other. What here they are saying, as far as language is concerned, there is a difference between people's social and practical needs. Okay, and the same thing they are mentioning here. Though the practical needs for a common language, will diminish, the social value of sharing one will persist. Okay, so there is a difference between people's social and practical needs. Okay, as far as the language is concerned. Okay, as far as the language is concerned, there is a difference between people's social need and practical needs. Okay, though the practical needs for a common language will diminish, the social value of sharing one will persist, and software will never be a substitute for the subtle but vital understanding that comes with knowledge of a language. Okay, so we are getting our answer from here to here. We are getting our answer. Okay, I hope you understood this. So both the statements are agreeing with each other. So that's why we will write yes in front of 40 in our answer sheet. We will write yes in front of 40 in our answer sheet. Okay, I hope you understood this. With this we have completed our entire passage. With this we have completed our entire passage. So try to learn this Okay, try to practice this passage. Okay, friends. And the title of the passage was, Is the Era of Artificial Speech Translation Upon Us? Okay, so try to practice this passage.